Manacor is a town and municipality on the island of Mallorca, part of the Spanish autonomous community of the Balearic Islands. It has tourist areas like Porto Cristo, site of the famous Caves of Drach, and Calas. Manacor has one of the busiest street markets on the island, held every Monday morning. Manacor is famous for furniture manufacture and artificial pearls. History. The first indications of human occupation in the area of Manacor go back to 2000–1200 BC. Of this period are the artificial coves as burial places, and a type of construction similar to the navta, either isolated or grouped in villages, which were used as living spaces. Of the megalithic Talayat culture, the most outstanding constructions are S. Hospital et Vel, Isbok, Belva, as well as the constructions of Bendra S., Sunshurada and Zargruta. The origin of the town of Manacor goes back to the times before the Islamic dominance. The submarine discoveries of objects found in Porto Cristo show that it was a Roman port. The remains of the basilicas of Zarqaradja and San Perita Cubed prove the existence of well-established Christian communities. After the invasion launched by James I of Aragon, Nuar ± Ozar Nchez received from him the land of Manacor. In 1300, James II granted Manacor a statute of municipality. The Tour del Palais and the fortification of some rural houses like the Tour de Punts and the Tour dels Inagistes have been preserved from the beginnings of town planning at Manacor. A native of Manacor, Sima Cube taught, was a character in medieval social conflicts. Saint Vincent Ferrer came to Manacor in 1414. In 1576 the convent dedicated to the saint was founded, and after this the construction of the Baroque church began. At the beginning of the following century the construction of the cloister began. In 1879 the railroad line from Inca to Manacor was opened. About 1890 the construction of the new parish church Nostra Senhora dels Dolors began, located on the same place as the former churches. The most ancient of them had been documented in 1232 and had possibly been built upon an Arab mosque. The bell tower of the present church, an emblem of the town, measures 75 meters. In 1897 the first factory of artificial pearls, the famous Mallorca, was founded. So Manacor became the business and industrial center of Levant. In 1912 Manacor received the title of town. In 1936, during the Spanish Civil War, there was an attempted landing of Republican forces in the shores of Porto Cristo that was repelled by the nationalists. Geography. The relief is not very pronounced. It takes in three areas: the flat region of the Pla, where the town of Manacor stands; the Serra de Levant, characterized by its soft relief; and the Marina, which is formed by white gritty stone and inclines down to the sea. These limestone casts have favored the appearance of caves. The most outstanding for their beauty are the Cavern of the Dragon and the Fishhook Caves. Near the coast, there is one of the longest underwater caves known in Europe, the Glade Camp des Puys system. It has more than 13 kilometers in length. A wide range of coves embellish the coast of Manacor: Ciot, Cala Molanda, Cala Petita, Porto Cristo, Cala Angela, Cala Mendia, SS Dini Den Mas, Cala Fulca Cubed, Cala Varx, Cala Seca, Cala Magrena, Cala Pilota, Cala Virgili, Cala Bota, Cala Antenna, Cala Domingos and Cala Murada. The climate is Mediterranean. The average annual temperature is between 16 and 17 degrees Celsius. The forest area represents little more than 20% of the whole. Pine forest is found in the mountainous areas, but there are hardly any survivals of the indigenous home oak woodlands. The cultivated land represents 74% of the area. The agricultural landscape is characterized by almond trees, cereals, fig trees, carob trees and vineyard. The cultivation of vegetables is focused on melon, pepper and lettuce. The town of Manacor is crossed by the Zarcabana stream. This stream flows into the Narborgas stream, the most important of the municipality. Demographics. Economy. Until the 19th century the economy of Manacor was based on agriculture and livestock, although the textile and food sectors as well as pottery were important too. Although there are no longer the large estates that there were at that time, there are some that maintain their antique splendor, such as Santa Serga and Isfanga. The 19th century marked the beginning of the transformation of the town. The industrial activities dedicated to the processing of agricultural product increased. Windmills and a liquor distillery appeared. From the second half of the century on, the production of furniture became one of the basic industries of Manacor. Pottery and the production of liquors and wines also continued. The factory of artificial pearls was very important during the 20th century. From the 1960s, tourism was added to the development of the economic activity of the municipality. Construction is an important sector, as well as commerce. Culture. Sant Antoni. The celebration begins with the exit of a group of disguised men of Saint Anthony, the greater demon and several smaller demons, on the eve of the 17th of January. They cross the streets performing a dance that represents the temptations to which the saint was submitted. At night bonfires are ignited. The group visit the several bonfires of the municipality. People sing and dance, and eat longanises, and botifarrons. On the following day are celebrated the Beniades, a parade of floats and animals of all type. They are blessed because the saint is the patron of the animals. Fairs, the most important are the Fires I Fests de Primavera. They are celebrated from the end of May to the beginning of June. During these days, there are many activities and exhibitions. The celebrations close with a great parade of floats. Other fairs are Fair of St. James, patron of Manacor, the 25th July, and the September Fair. Theatre. Manacor has an important theatre season, the Fira de Tita de Manacor, usually in September-October. Maracans. This is a ritual dance of uncertain origin. It seems that was composed around the year 1855 with religious reasons, but it is possible that its origin goes back to 16th century. The clothes of the Maritons look like those of Barbary pirates. When they dance, they hit with pieces located in the hands, knees and abdomen. Eels Maritons go out in May, by the Sant Domingo celebrations. Cossiers. There are documents about this ritual dance from 18th century. The cossiers are a group of men who dance around a woman known as the lady. They wear hat and colored clothes. Nowadays, they open the Fires I Fests de Primavera. Vima. This has been a legend for more than 100 years. The Vima is a willow located in Sort d'Escarà, a country house in the outskirts of the town of Manacor. The legend says that the tree can yield children with hernia. For this, they are passed through the branches of the tree, when the sun rises on the St. John's Day, the 24th of June. Gastronomy. Typical products are the sosperos and the pasta estrapoba. Sports. In addition to the main sports, football and basketball, Manacor has horse racing fans and there are chariot races at the Hippodrome. Manacor is also the birthplace and hometown of tennis star Rafael Nadal. Natives of Manacor: Anthony Maria Alcova, Miguel Angel Nadal, Elena Gar-Cubed Mez, Luis Ladaria, Rafael Nadal, Arnau Riera, Albert Riera. References: the official website of Manacor, Maps of Manacor.